Gallery Experience, Episode 10. What your behavior in a gallery reveals about you. Walk into a gallery and watch yourself for a moment. Before you look carefully at a single painting, your body has already made several decisions. Where do you walk first? What catches your eye? Which paintings do you ignore? How close do you stand? How long do you stay? Do you read the labels? Do you take photographs? Do you look at the people around you? And perhaps most interestingly, which artworks make you uncomfortable enough to walk away? We often think that a gallery reveals something about the artist. Of course it does. But a gallery can also reveal something about the person looking. Because the way we experience art is deeply connected to who we are. Think about the first painting that catches your attention. You may be attracted to color. Perhaps you immediately notice bright colors and dramatic contrasts. Someone else may barely notice color but become fascinated by faces. Another person may be drawn to landscapes. Someone else may be interested in paintings of the human body. And another person may be attracted to objects, architecture, or tiny details hidden in the background. None of us enters a gallery with completely neutral eyes. We bring our preferences with us. Our memories. Our experiences. Our fears. Our curiosity. Even our age can influence what we notice. A young person may look at a painting of an elderly figure and see someone very different from themselves. An older viewer may look at the same figure and recognize something deeply familiar. The painting is identical. But the viewer's life changes the experience. Your attention also reveals something. Notice which paintings make you stop. Perhaps you are drawn to peaceful scenes. Maybe you prefer paintings filled with movement and energy. Maybe you are fascinated by sadness. Maybe you avoid anything violent. Maybe you are attracted to portraits because you want to understand people. Or perhaps you prefer abstract art because you don't want the artist to tell you exactly what to see. Even the things we avoid can be revealing. Imagine walking through a gallery and seeing a disturbing painting. You look at it for 1 second. Then you immediately move away. Why? Maybe you don't like violence. Maybe the subject reminds you of something painful. Maybe you simply don't want to feel uncomfortable. Now imagine another person standing there for 10 minutes. They aren't necessarily more courageous. They may simply be curious. They want to understand why the image affects them. This is why we shouldn't judge people too quickly in a gallery. The person who walks away may be protecting themselves. The person who stays may be searching for something. We don't know. Our behavior can also reveal how confident we feel around art. Some people walk through galleries with complete confidence. They look. They comment. They disagree with the artist. They don't seem worried about whether their opinion is correct. Other people are much more cautious. They look at the label before looking at the painting. They wait to see what other people think. They may be afraid of saying the wrong thing. And sometimes, the most important thing we can learn is to become comfortable with our own response. You are allowed to dislike a famous painting. You are allowed to love an unknown artist. You are allowed to be confused. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to stand in front of one painting for 20 minutes and walk quickly past another. There is no examination at the end of the gallery. No one is going to give you a grade. And yet, many people behave as though they are taking a test. They worry about having the correct interpretation. But perhaps the gallery should be a place where curiosity is more important than correctness. There is another behavior worth noticing. How do you behave when you see a nude painting? Do you look directly? Do you look away? Do you become more interested? Do you suddenly become very serious? Do you pretend to be studying the brushwork? Your reaction may reveal your own relationship with the human body, beauty, privacy, and social expectations. And there is nothing necessarily wrong with any of these reactions. The important thing is becoming aware of them. Because awareness gives us freedom. If you know that you are influenced by fame, you can question it. If you know that you are influenced by price, you can question it. If you know that you follow the crowd, you can step away from the crowd. If you know that you avoid uncomfortable subjects, you can decide whether you want to look again. The gallery can become a place where we observe not only art, but ourselves. And perhaps that is why visiting the same gallery at different points in your life can feel completely different. You are not the same person you were 10 years ago. The paintings may be in exactly the same places. The walls may look the same. The labels may say the same things. But you have changed. You have loved. You have lost. You have learned. You have experienced disappointment. You have experienced happiness. You have become older. And all of those experiences change the way you look. A painting that once seemed boring may suddenly become deeply moving. A painting you once loved may no longer interest you. A portrait may suddenly remind you of someone you lost. A painting about aging may mean something completely different than it did when you were young. The artwork hasn't changed. You have. So perhaps the next time you visit a gallery, don't only ask, "What is this painting about?" Ask another question. What does my reaction to this painting tell me about myself? Pay attention to what attracts you. Pay attention to what you avoid. Pay attention to what makes you uncomfortable. Pay attention to what makes you stay. And pay attention to the paintings you continue thinking about after you leave. Because a gallery is not simply a collection of objects hanging on walls. It is an encounter between the artist, the artwork, and you. And sometimes, when you think you are looking at a painting, the painting is giving you a chance to look at yourself. This is the gallery experience.